Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Ascend Online on Demand. Today, we have a slow but spicy, controlled flow for our lower body, and it won't take too much time at all. You can enjoy this practice on its own or layer in before or after one of your workouts for a more embodied experience. So, as we get started on the mat, you're going to want to find yourself standing with your feet hips width distance apart. Bringing your arms alongside your body, just pull your shoulders together as you create some space into your chest, closing your eyes. Now, as you start to pay attention to the soles of your feet, give your toes a little wiggle here as we gently begin to rock side to side. Welcoming our awareness to the feet as we notice where we tend to hold our foundation. Some of us tend to hold our weight more into the backs of our heels. Some of us like to come forward. So for a moment, just notice where the weight is landing into your feet. And then one by one on your next inhale, you're going to pick up all of your toes and place them back down as you exhale. Try to spread through your toes as best as you can here, gripping down through all four edges of your feet. Now, hug your knees up towards your thighs. Start to welcome the awakening that we experience into our quadriceps. As you do that, you may start to feel your inner thighs subtly engaging, and see if you can encourage that inner thigh engagement by actively squeezing them towards one another. From there, engage your glutes. And notice how that stabilizes your lower body while also inviting a sense of awakening through to your low abdominals. Now you're going to keep all of that alignment into your mind's eye as you softly blink your eyes open. Take an inhale here, bring your hands to your heart center, and as you exhale, let's start to sit back into a chair position, just taking a tiny bend into your knees. As you inhale, stand tall, finding all of those qualities of engagement. Exhale as you sit back, maybe a little more. Now, as we move, we're not necessarily trying to channel a super deep chair or squat position. Instead, what we want is a slower and more controlled way of moving here. So as best as you can, try to keep your weight grounded equally between both feet, even if you sacrifice a bit of depth through your hips and knees. We have 2 more here. Breathe fully. All right, now let's hold the bend of our knees, the flexion of our hips. Notice again where your weight is. If you've started to come forward, take your weight back, give your toes just a tiny little wiggle here. As you pull your ribs down to your hips, notice as you inhale, can we start to lift the heels up away from the floor? Now as you exhale, lower your heels slowly while keeping your hips just as deep. Inhale, lift the heels. And exhale to lower down. Now, this is designed to get wobbly. Don't worry if you fall out of it, or if you move a little faster than maybe what we're trying to. But as we practice finding that sense of control, we realize how much more space we have to find it when we slow things down. Pull your shoulder blades together. You have 1 more here. Good. Let's lower the heels back down as you exhale. Standing up nice and tall as you inhale, squeeze your glutes. And exhale, bend the knees. 2 more here. Inhaling. And exhaling. Give your quadriceps a chance to release some of that tension, as this time we hold the bend of our knees, the flexion of our hips as we exhale. Once more, let an inhale lift your heels up. Holding the elevation of your heels, sit a little deeper into your chair pose as we find a gentle pulse. Down down. Now notice if you can hug your inner thighs continuously together here. Stabilize your foundation while keeping your breath flowing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and one more inhale. Can you sit a little bit deeper? As you exhale, lower the heels and stand back up. Good job. Give those legs a little bit of a shake. And from here, we'll stand about a hips width distance apart on our mat once again. Hands can come to your hips. Hands can come to heart center. And if you're close like me, you can also use the wall here for a bit of balance as we get into it. But as we find ourselves standing once more, notice again the weight into your feet. And from here, we're really going to take our weight over into our left or our right foot. So find the ball of your left, and for a moment, see if you can almost channel that valley girl quality as you sink into your hips here. So this is what we don't want to do. We want to think about lifting up and out of that right hip by pushing into the floor with our foot, specifically this inner edge of our right foot. This is the edge that tends to lift when we get into balance, and usually the culprit as to why we can't hold that balance. So as you practice stabilizing the right side, we're going to move the left. Find something to look at that's not moving, and you let your next inhale pick your left foot up just a few inches away from the floor. Now as you exhale, drop your left foot down, but keep lifting out of your right. Inhale as you lift, maybe a bit higher this time. And exhale to lower. Give yourself a couple more like this. You might explore lifting your knee up higher in line with your hip if you can. And then here on your next inhale, let's hold the lift of our left knee. Keep pressing through your right foot. As you exhale, we open the left knee to the left. Take an inhale as you come back through center. Keep breathing. Exhale, open to the left. So now this variation gives us a really good opportunity to build again that inner thigh stability on the right side as we actively push through our right big toe. 2 more here. This is slow, controlled movements. You're going to hold the external rotation of your left hip, either hanging out here or maybe finishing with a little pulse of that left knee up, up, up. You have 4, 3, 2, and one more inhale. Can you lift a tiny bit higher? Exhale to come back through center and release. Good job. That one gets warm quite quickly. That stability takes a lot of effort, but it is effort that's going to not only improve things like balance on your mat in yoga, but also your ability to stay stable in other areas of your life that you enjoy. Things like hiking, biking, swimming, all of these things that our hips require effort from. You can channel this as a bit of cross training into that as well. So taking your weight now over into your left foot. Find the ball of your right as you sink into that left hip for just a moment. Now start to push into your left foot in a way that lifts you out of that left hip socket. Gripping your mat with your left big toe and that inner edge, take an inhale as your right foot starts to lift. Exhale, lower down, keep pushing through your left foot. Good, 3 more like that. Inhale. And exhale. You have 2 more with breath. If you fall out of it like I just did, don't worry about it. All right. This next inhale, you're going to hold the lift of your knee in line with your hip if you can, and as you exhale, let's start to open out to the right. Keep pushing through that inner edge of your left foot. Inhale to come back. And exhale as you open out. Now, as much as we're moving here, can you breathe through both the movement and the stability of this left side? 2 more. Good. Inhale. Now exhale. Let's again hold the external rotation. Stay here, breathe, or start to pulse your right knee up. Up. Pushing your hands together at your heart center harder is going to help with that balance. You have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 more inhale. Come back through center, finish strong. Exhale as you release. Okay, so from here, I'm going to turn to face the side of my mat. You'll want to step your feet to the front quarter of your mat. Hands can stay at your heart center for now. Pull your shoulder blades together. Find a slight bend into your knees. And from here, let's hinge from the hips to about a 45-degree position. So your gaze is ideally a few feet in front of your mat. And from here, you're going to, again, take your weight over into your right foot. Find the ball of your left. And even though the knee and the hip are bent here slightly, can you maintain that feeling of pushing out of your right foot? As you inhale, our left leg begins to step back behind us. As you exhale, bring your toes, your left toes up to meet your right foot. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Now again, practice staying strong through the entirety of your right foot for 2. Last full rep here. Good. Now as you inhale, let's hold the extension of our back left knee. Exhale to lift your left foot up. Now inhale, bend your right knee a little bit more. As you exhale, we extend through the knee. Inhale to bend, keep your eyes forward. Exhale, extends. We're really working on ankle stability, knee stability, and hip stability through the right side. It's okay to fall out of it. Come back stronger and with more compassion than you had for yourself before. Last one here. Good. Now bending your right knee one more time. Can you hold that flexion while squeezing your left glute and hamstring to lift the heel higher for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Well done. These movements are slow, but holy, do we find a lot of strength when we control them even more. So as we get ready to finish up here on our second side, again, feet hip width distance apart. Find a nice bend into both knees and then hinge from your hip about 45 degrees. Shoulder blades together. And this time the weight goes over into your left foot as we find the ball of our right. Take an inhale from here, send your right foot back. And exhale, toes meet your left. Now, as you're working a bit more dynamically or making bigger movements, can you welcome the stability through to your low abdominals and the space that we can create from our breath? Keep pressing into the mat with the inner edge of your left foot. This next inhale, we hold our right knee extended. And as you exhale, lift the right knee up. Or the right foot up, I should say. As you inhale, bend your left knee a bit more. And then exhale as you extend up and out of it. Inhale to bend. And exhale to extend. So we're not in a full warrior 3 here position yet. What I want you to find more is just a slight hinge from your hip. Your eyes still shifting forward. Maybe a little smile towards your lips. Last 2. Good. Now, as you inhale, bend into your left knee. As best as you can, squeeze your right glute and lift your heel higher for 3, 2, and 1, release. Giving all of that a little bit of a shake. Well done, my friends. That was a very spicy little way to warm up and awaken our hips and lower body, but I hope you're feeling a lot better after taking that time for yourself. So thank you so much for joining me and Ascend Online. I look forward to seeing you back here again soon. Bye for now.